Alright, this video is not going to be like my other videos, but I've been getting a lot of questions through emails from guys asking the question of how do I talk to girls. So in this video I'm going to give you my point of view on this subject. Let me first ask you, what is your goal? What's your goal for starting a conversation? What's your goal for having the conversation in the first place? Is it to build comfort? Is it to, build some sort of friendship? Let's just keep it really vague and really general for now, and let's assume that you want to make friends with this person. What's the problem in this case then? Well, I'm guessing in this scenario, the conversations, they usually don't last very long and they seem really forced and really awkward. So you're probably asking the question, how do I keep these conversations going and how do I engage in the girl and keep them interested? Let me ask you, what type of person would you more likely want to be friends with? Someone who kisses up to you, texts you and calls you every single day and tries to do everything to please you. Or on the other hand, someone who carries himself really calm, really intelligent, really opinionated, and someone who knows what he wants. As for the first person, wouldn't you feel really awkward and kind of strange hanging around this person because they are too quote-unquote needy? Now, for the second person, it's a completely different dynamic. They know what they want, and you can see that, so you really respect that. I think you know where I'm going with this. But the point here is, when you're talking to a girl, do you talk about all her interests? Do you try to find out what she's interested in and focus all your attention on that? Do you try to find all the commonalities and put all your focus on that? Or are you coming from a mind state of, hey, I want to talk about what I'm interested in, and hopefully you find this thing interesting too, because, well, I want to talk about this thing. See, if you're coming from that mind state of trying to find a connection with this girl through the similar interest, then it's likely you may be coming across as that needy person, and that's obviously something you don't want to do. You're asking then, so what exactly should I talk about if I'm not supposed to engage in a conversation that is surrounding her interest or whatever she likes to talk about? Well, the secret here is you can talk about pretty much anything. Because if you can inject a lot of emotion and you can show interest in the thing that you want to talk about, then chances are you can draw her in and make her become interested in that topic too. Have you ever seen this popular guy at a party or social function talking about some story or something, and everyone's gathered around being all interested in that thing that's going on, and then later on you listen to that story from another person and it turns out that the story is not even interesting at all? Well, what happened in this case? The person injected so much emotion and so much interest and just so much passion into that story, everyone becomes drawn into it. Remember, your job is not to become a pleaser. Your job is not to entertain everyone. Rather, your job is to entertain yourself. And when you can do this, when you can talk about something and become entertained and interested in it, funny as it sounds, then people will become drawn into that thing too. They will become interested in that thing that you're talking about.